Buongiorno and welcome to the Pasta Nostra kitchen, where you join us as we prepare pasta for making lorigitas. As we prepare our pasta, I'd like you to be aware that if you are making pasta for the very first time, we've done some simple mathematics for you. And here we go. For every single gram of flour, divide it by 1.82, and this will give you the amount of liquid that you will need, in this case water. So 300 grams of flour divided by 182 equaled 165 grams of water. Remember, measure in grams. Initially, when you start to mix your dough, I use a mixing bowl. If you're making it for the first time, I recommend you do the same because it can get a little bit messy because you have to move the flour and water around quite a lot. And don't be worried that your dough feels dry. Pasta dough is actually very dry at the beginning. All you need to do is have some patience and keep on working it. And eventually you will reach a really good pasta dough. So as you can see here, I am mixing and gradually taking all the dry pasta off and flour off of the board and working quite methodically, listening to music as I go actually. I found that very, very helpful. But the pasta dough is very, very stiff. When you see people making pasta in Italy, you can almost see them putting their whole body into the process. Pasta dough is like that. It's not soft. So you keep working and working and working. And now you're going to knead your dough for up to 10 minutes in total. Now, if your dough seems sticky after you've kneaded it for a couple of minutes, just sprinkle a little bit of flour onto the work surface and then continue to knead as you did before. You may have to do this a couple of times. I found that on this particular occasion, my kitchen was quite humid, and so as you feel the dough for the first time, it shouldn't be too tacky. As you keep kneading, you will eventually arrive at a very smooth dough. Once your dough is complete, you want to pack it away, whether you put it in a Ziploc bag or some saran wrap. Doesn't really matter. Just put it to one side at room temperature to up to 30 minutes. Today we're going to show you how to make lorigitas. Look at those pretty little rings. They're supposed to mimic the ring that used to brace the oxen. They wear them around their necks. This pasta is actually quite dense. Can be quite tricky, the technique to make them, but give it a go. You'll end up with the most beautiful looking little pasta. You need to form it over 3 fingers and keep the uniform size of these at all times. Pinch the 2 ends together after you've crossed it over. I tried to do this as slowly as possible so that you could see what I was doing. And then follows almost a gentle weaving pattern with your fingers as you tuck one ring under the other, like so. And there you have it, your lorigitas. Isn't that pretty? Now we're going to show you how to cook them up with some sausage and peppers that I had prepared earlier. Salting the water is really very important. It's rare that pasta makers in Italy add salt to their pasta dough, and so you make the water salty, and your pasta is going to absorb all of that delicious salt. So be mindful not to add too much, but enough to your own tastes. Yes, they do take a while to cook, even though it's fresh pasta, between 8 to 10 minutes. Just keep testing them. If you have a very fast rolling boil to your water, they will do within 8 minutes. Because this pasta is quite dense, you don't need too many to each serving. Sprinkle with a little bit of fresh parmesan and buon appetito. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with us as we make delicious pasta. Subscribe and like and join us again soon. Arrivederci.